Happy December the 1st, everyone, and welcome to Let's Play Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban PC version. This is JokerAlex115 speaking, and I'm so happy that we are doing this again this year. Just like the previous 2 years, starting today on December the 1st all the way until December 25th on Christmas, think of it as an advent calendar, a countdown to Christmas where I'll bring you a single episode every single day. Last year we have tackled the absolutely phenomenal Chamber of Secrets game, made even more phenomenal via the extended mod and its optional modules. The year before we ran the Philosopher's Stone with wonderful DirectX 11 render and also an improved control scheme that actually was carried over from Chamber of Secrets and the Prisoner of Azkaban. So you might be thinking, okay, so guys, what surprise do you have ready for us for the Prisoner of Azkaban PC version? And guys, I'm sorry to say, there aren't really many mods for Prisoner of Azkaban. There is no extended mod, there is no DirectX 11 render. Furthermore, I am so glad I even managed to run this game at all on widescreen resolution on Windows 11. That was no small feat. There are gonna be still some visual artifacts here and there that I will have to fix in editing, but otherwise we should be good. There is one mod I am running, however, and that is replacing the incorrect use of Rictusempra and Depulso symbols. This is something they messed up in the original release, and whenever you would cast Rictusempra you would see a completely new symbol, whereas the one from Chamber of Secrets that got carried over is used for Depulso spell, which is essentially a stronger version of the Flipendo spell from the previous two games, and it just got very confusing. So instead, there is a mod that finally fixes this, and I couldn't be happier. I'll be honest guys, I actually don't really know how well that mod is working. We'll find out together as we play. We'll see if there are any mistakes or if it's implemented flawlessly, okay? So guys, really happy to do this. I really don't want to do a long intro like I did a couple of last years, but what I do want to show you this time around is the options screen. Just to show you the proof, you can see some clipping issues and we will see them in the interface. Again, the game doesn't handle widescreen too well, but we are running it at this resolution, the full color palette. These are the gamma brightness contrast settings I'm using. For the purposes of recording this intro, I turned down the music completely, allowing me to sort of tweak the volumes because it spikes a lot in the editing, but don't worry, we're gonna get to enjoy the phenomenal soundtrack of the Prisoner of Azkaban game, and god, I love this menu theme. It's honestly the best so far. Furthermore, this will be the volume level of the effects, and I'm not gonna reverse the stereo channels. Why on earth would I do that? Furthermore, when it comes to the graphical settings, that's what they mean by advanced. Everything highest detail, dynamic lighting, although the game doesn't look all that great anymore. It is from 2004 after all. As for the control scheme, it's WSAD control scheme, the good old things we love from the previous two games. And furthermore, yes, you will be able to skip some cutscenes, but don't worry, I'm not gonna do that in our playthrough. Now you might be wondering, this is a really intriguing menu. What are all these icons about? For that, my friends, we'll need to start the game. Important caveat, guys, as you can see, when I click load game, I have practiced a lot for this run, okay? And something I do want to show you is also the bookmarks feature. So this is a really neat addition. You no longer need to make some manual backup saves. You will always be able to revisit previous entries in the game and levels to scoop up anything you missed, but you will not be able to carry it over to the present save file unless you played all the way back from that point to the present point, okay? So it's still a neat feature because it allows you to go back in time to fix something you might have missed, okay? Talking about the bookmarks themselves, here they all are, okay? For some reason we can access the final exams and the first level and nothing in between. This is what happens if you overwrite a new game save file. It's a bit old in that regard. But what this means, and what I want to show you here, or maybe let's do it in a different save slot where there'll be all unanimous color, is that what we see here are 10 and 10 bookmarks. And this means that I've split the game into 20 episodes. But I promised you 25 videos. Guys, absolutely, I'm gonna fulfill my promise. Just know that we will finish by the last day at Hogwarts on December 20th. Afterwards, I have a couple of surprises ready for you, and it's no coincidence that we have a Yule Ball themed advent calendar this year. It's gonna be a countdown to something special, okay? That's all I'm gonna say for now. I don't want to spoil the surprise. This is lengthwise a bit longer game than the Philosopher's Stone, but still it takes about half as long as the Chamber of Secrets. It is still a very short game, and I couldn't really find any reasonable way to stretch it to 24 or 25 episodes. I didn't want to artificially do it. I don't want a single episode to be without substance or boring. Don't you worry. Okay, guys? So, that's enough for the introduction. Without further ado, let's finally start a new game. Let's choose the middle save file, I think that feels appropriate, and let's delve into Harry's third year at Hogwarts.
Has escaped from the wizard prison, Azkaban.
No one's ever broken out before.
12 years ago, Black murdered 13 people with a single curse. Well, at least we'll be safe at Hogwarts. What's wrong, Harry? Wrong? I overheard your dad talking about Sirius Black last night. The Ministry of Magic thinks he's after me.
Black's escaped to come after you? Oh, Harry, you'll have to be really, really careful. Don't go looking for trouble.
I don't go looking for trouble. Trouble usually finds me.
But they'll catch him, won't they? I mean, they've got all the muggles looking out for him too.
Scabbers, come back! Can't you keep that monster under control?
Calm down, Ron. You don't want to wake Professor Lupin.
Don't worry, Ron. We'll help you find Scabbers.
Here we are, guys, in the Hogwarts Express itself, and I couldn't be happier. This is a phenomenal idea for a tutorial level. So a couple of things first, guys. During the cutscene you could have seen the sudden change in resolution. That's because there are a couple of visual effects that do not work on Windows 11, namely the moving newspaper with Sirius Black, which is why I used some footage from my older version of this walkthrough when I recorded it back in, I think it was Windows 7 or something along those lines, okay? So there are gonna be some more effects that I'll fix like this, including characters transforming into animals, which are really cool effects, but do not work on Windows 11, okay? So in case you'll see some sudden change in resolution, that's why. Anywho, couple of things now.
That door's locked.
You cannot go.
That cat of yours is a menace, Hermione.
Indeed. Poor Scabbers.
Locked.
We do not get to explore the entire Hogwarts Express, by at least parts of it, but some things I want to talk about is the menu itself. So first of all, you will always see the objective here and the health status of Ron, Harry and Hermione. That's right, we are now playing as all three characters and they'll be cooperating throughout their third year. No longer will Harry artificially have to do everything alone. This is a great addition, although I do have some criticism about this. Now, let me just do something about the music. Just so you guys can hear me, it's gonna be spiking a lot. Furthermore, every single screen tells you something different. This one serves as a Marauders map, you can summon it with tab key. Unfortunately, we need to get the Marauders map from Fred Weasley first. But you can see the Hogwarts quote here, Draco dormiens nunquam titilandus, never tickle a sleeping dragon, which to this day I don't know why that's the sort of a phrase for the Hogwarts crest, but there we go. Anywho, then we have a portrait passwords menu. This is the portrait password menu. Passwords may be purchased from Fred and George's shop. So this spoils it somewhat, but there will be a shop that these guys will set up. You can visit optionally whenever you want during the adventure when you can free roam, and you need to purchase all 8 of these in order to finish the game, okay? The reason is the achievements list. This, my friends, is what it's all about if you want to finish the game. So first of all, in the Chamber of Secrets or even the Philosopher's Stone, you could optionally find all challenge star in spell challenges. We are gonna learn Carpe Retractum as Ron, Draconiphos Lapifos as Hermione and Glacius as Harry. Of course Hermione learns the 2 spell because she's the best wizard or witch in the world. Now, Finding all 10 is no longer an optional thing to give you more house points or to extend your time or to essentially extend your time in the bean bonus room like in Chamber of Secrets. It's here to even allow you to pass the 3rd year, so it's kind of a must to do. Furthermore, keep in mind there are no longer house points in the 3rd game, which is such a bummer. It was another collectible, another way to really mark your achievements throughout the year that's now completely gone. I don't like this change. Furthermore, you will see the Monster Book of Monsters encounter, Hippogriff Flying Courses and Pixie encounter. This is better explained in the so-called minigames menu. Each of them has 5 stages. Each stage you complete is gonna net you a collectible wizard card, and you need to complete all 5 stages for these so-called minigames to also be able to finish the game at the very end. Okay, guys? Honestly, this one and this one are just boss fights, whereas the middle one is an actual minigame, something to maybe replace Quidditch, which isn't in this game, or the wizard dueling from the Chamber of Secrets, okay? And furthermore, the achievement list tracks the portrait passwords, which you need all 8 of. However, the wizard cards are an optional collectible, and thankfully we have 80. It's not 101 like in Chamber of Secrets, but it's 80, it's more than the 25 in the Philosopher's Stone game, so that's at least good, okay guys? And finally, you can check here for a closer look into your inventory. You can see the Bertie Bott's Every Flavor Beans and new additions, Pumpkin Pasties and Cauldron Cakes. Honestly, these are all just, think of it as a conversion rate in their value to beans. I think it's 25 and 30 beans or something like that. The difference between cakes and pasties isn't that huge. But different currencies will be needed for different things, so this at least mechanically makes things a little bit more interesting, and it's gonna take quite a while before you are able to convert beans into these two, okay? So especially early on, these will be quite valuable to keep track of. And furthermore, the challenge shields, you can track the same thing in the achievements list. This menu is unnecessary, but it just tracks if you got all 10, or if you're lacking some. And finally, the Folio Magi, it's now called Folio Universitas. This is something that I'm gonna show you in detail once we actually get the first wizard card, and Hermione, being the awesome witch she is gonna remind us to check it out, okay? And finally, the options menu you've already seen. Let me turn the music back on and return to the game. Okay, there we go.
Oh, brilliant. Scabbers could have gone anywhere.
Yeah, I don't envy you guys. Anywho, you can enter these compartments, maybe even chat with Slytherins, but no Slytherins wanna chat with us. Those evil little vile. Anywho, oh, Crab and Goyle, this should be good.
Oi, Goyle, look who's here.
Draco's looking for you, Potter. I think he's got you a nice surprise.
This is a nice throwback to the Philosopher's Stone, where these guys were the Heralds of Doom, Heralds of Malfoy.
Malfoy's looking for you, Potter.
Well, what if we're looking for him, Goyle?
Get lost, Potter. Can't you see we're busy?
It feels like yesterday since we jumped around as Goyle in the Slytherin common room.
You don't look as hungry as usual, Goyle.
Move along, Potter. We're busy.
He seems a little bit smarter than last year, so that's progress.
Crookshanks doesn't understand that it's wrong to chase Scabbers.
Okay, let's talk to some normal people.
I heard the rumor about Sirius Black, Harry. Don't worry. I'm sure they'll catch him soon.
Hi, Harry. I think I just saw Ron's rat run down the corridor.
Well, that would be a useful hint. By the way, I do love the scenery outside. It's on an endless loop, but still the illusion of a moving train takes me back to the desert railroad from Tomb Raider 4, and I couldn't be happier.
You better hurry after that rat, Harry. You better hurry after that rat, Harry.
Don't tell me what to do just because you're a prefect, okay?
Hello, Harry.
Yeah, see, this guy is chill. This guy is fine. Oh, by the way, I think I see Scabbers over there. Ooh, and a lock, but Harry forgot how to cast Alahomora. He's gonna need a refresher.
There he goes!
You can cast Alahomora to open that door, Harry. Hold down the left mouse button to activate your wand.
Keep holding while you move the mouse to aim your wand. That's it! Now let go of the mouse button and you'll cast a spell.
I think this is the same spell symbol from the Chamber of Secrets, not from the Philosopher's Stone.
Alahomora!
There we go. Extremely satisfying as always.
There he is!
We can climb over this luggage, Harry. We just need to walk up to it and we'll be able to start climbing.
I'm sorry, but whoever placed the crate that way should be fired. This is serious health hazard. By the way, in case you guys will wait for a while, there's gonna be another hint from
Climb over small boxes and things.
Hermione.
You just have to walk up to them, Harry.
See, just to help those of us who are not particularly bright. Anywho, it's auto-climb like in the previous game.
We'll have to jump up to climb over those crates.
Right then, you lead the way. Walk forward towards the crates and click the right mouse button to jump.
Oh yes, now the mechanics are combining. Approaching it is not enough, you need to hold forward and jump. Can we pull that off? Hermione?
Keep trying, Harry. Walk up to the crates, keeping hold of the forward arrow key while you press the right mouse button to jump and climb.
May I just say, I love the clutter in these compartments. The place feels so alive. I love it.
Keep trying,
Let's pick up these Bertie Boss beans. Fred and George will trade some wicked stuff for them at their shop.
And there you see the beans counter. Now, unlike in the Philosopher's Stone, the icon is identical. It doesn't gradually increase like it used to, which is a bit of a bummer. It still looks better than in Chamber of Secrets, though.
I suppose we'll have to push this thing out of the way.
Or one of us could cast Depulso.
Yes, Depulso, not Rictusempra. Thank goodness. So guys, this means the mod works. I wasn't really sure. So, in the original release...
I remember Depulso.
Oh, damn it,
Hold down
Harry.
the left mouse button. Move the mouse to aim the spell. Then release the button to cast.
Yes, Harry, I know. But here's the thing. This used to be the Rictusempra symbol from Chamber of Secrets,
I remember
but
Depulso.
everyone referred to it as
Hold down the
Depulso,
left
and
mouse
now the
button.
mod has
Move
fixed
the
it
mouse
into this
to aim
new
the spell.
diamond-shaped
Then
icon.
release the button to cast.
So think of Depulso as a more powerful Flipendo, because Flipendo is a first-year spell. We're not gonna use those, right? Right? The
I
question is,
remember
when did
Depulso.
these guys learn
Hold
it?
down the left
Because they're
mouse
just
button.
about to begin
Move
their
the
third
mouse
year,
to
and they
aim
didn't
the
use it
spell.
in Chamber of
Then
Secrets.
release the button to
Who knows?
cast.
Depulso!
Nice one, Hermione. Right, now where's that rat of yours?
Of course, Hermione is the best witch in the world.
Locked chest. There's usually something inside these.
Cast Alahamora. Hermione.
Don't tell me what to do. Come on, guys. I taught you Alohomora. I, as in Hermione. Okay, wonderful. And by the way, you might have noticed how Harry and Ron scoop up the beans. Don't worry, it all goes into the shared inventory. You're not gonna miss out on anything. The team pulls their resources together, but it's still a bit annoying. You, as the playable character, want to be the one to collect them. Oh, also important thing, the game auto-switched from Harry to Hermione. The game will always auto-switch characters. You don't get to decide who you play as, and I think this is such a huge missed opportunity. Look at the Alohomora expert doing her thing. This is wonderful. They went straight for it. But they left the bean there. Oh my god, guys. Oh look, save game books have received an uplift. I like the way they look.
If we walk into this save book, it'll store our adventures up to this point.
By the way, important thing, why does the game switch to different characters? Right now, there is no reason whatsoever to do that. Later on, each character will learn a unique spell. That's the only reason why they'll be switched. I'm led to believe in the PS2 version, this was handled to great strategic effect. No such luck in the PC version. There we go. Not very nice stuttering whenever you use the save game book.
Oh, great. Scabbers went behind that wall.
Oh, really, Ron? You might think about training your rat.
Wow, it's a magically locked cabinet. We need to cast at the same time to open it. All three of us. I'll start, and you two join in.
The facial expressions are quite the upgrade here. I really like it. So anyway, Ron, whilst you're thinking about training your rat, I've never heard about anyone ever training their rat, I want to explain the sort of group casting. There are going to be a couple of instances when you need to dual or triple cast, and all that comes down to is having the full team on board and holding the left mouse button. So if you try to single cast, nothing, even in quick succession. If you hold, for double cast, still nothing. But if you triple cast...
What's that thing?
It's a gargoyle, of course.
Cast Lumos at it, Ron, and a secret area will light up.
It's ironic because Ron was the one telling us how to cast Lumos in the Chamber of Secrets tutorial with Whomping Willow. By the
Cast
way,
Lumos at it, Ron, and a secret area will light up.
I know, Harry. I want to show you something. See how we see the spell icon whenever you aim? Not
Cast
this
Lumos
wall.
at it, Ron,
It's
and
very
a secret
suspicious,
area will
isn't
light
it?
up. Lumos!
There we go, that's the reason, because it's a dynamic object, essentially. And when you pass through it, you will hear a very satisfying sound. And also, the Lumos, like in Chamber of Secrets, illuminates the area wherever you go. And it does it so much better than in the previous game. It's a huge improvement with the dynamic lighting.
Lumos! Watch out!
Books! Does everyone remember how to cast Depulso?
Of course, you showed us, Hermione.
Good job, Ron! Oh yeah, that was loads of fun.
Now, you might have noticed Harry and Hermione also joining in on the casting. That's another cool thing. When you team up, they will actually help you in combat, which is really cool. It makes them feel like alive characters. By the way, notice how we were casting Depulso, so the stronger Flipendo on the books. But we're gonna encounter very similar enemy, and we're gonna switch to Rictusempra for some reason. Anywho, we can see what used to be Rictusempra, a red symbol, replaced by the purple Depulso symbol, which makes so much sense. Thank you, Mom. And a chocolate frog,
Wicked.
Isn't that nice?
A chocolate frog! Hello! This will help us get our strength back after that running with those books.
By the way, guys, one important thing I want to point out, a couple of you have reached out to me back in Chamber of Secrets that I turned the camera too quickly and it makes you a bit motion sick. Those of you who are not used to quick movements and are sensitive to motion sickness, just please know that I have the game mouse speed to minimum. It cannot get slower than this. The sensitivity is through the roof in this game. So I'm trying to be conscious about it and not make too much of a quick, sudden movements.
I'm not so sure about this carriage. What's in those cages?
Not spiders.
We're definitely not supposed to be in here.
We can't leave Scabbers, can we? Come on, follow me.
Harry is the one concerned about Scabbers. Oh look, the game auto-switched to Harry, but there's no reason to. Why isn't Ron the one taking the lead looking for Scabbers? I don't understand. Anyway, the clutter in this game is phenomenal. Look at all these objects, and the cute glowing eyes in the cages, and the snakes hanging out there. It's adorable. But the spiders I can do without. And another cage with evil monstrous books. But not as monstrous as the Monstrous Book of Monsters.
Well, look who it is. Potty and the Weasel. I should have known this pathetic excuse for a rat had something to do with you.
Draco Malfoy. So they put you in the creature's carriage, did they?
Probably the only place you could find a friend.
Actually, I do have a rather interesting friend I'd like to meet. Everyone play nicely now.
Oh no! What's that monstrous looking book?
Actually, I believe it's a copy of the Monster Book of Monsters.
Cast the pages.
We'll knock them out of the air, Harry. You finish them off.
So, we used Depulso on the books, but we used Rictusempra on the pages. What sense does that make? Anywho, let's keep casting.
Well done! Is it okay to scream now?
Ron, you really do need to work on the accuracy of your spell casting.
A wizard card! I love collecting these.
If we search around enough at Hogwarts, we could find all 80 collector's cards.
We can look inside the Folio Universitas after picking up a collector's card. Press the escape key and click on the picture of the card at the top of the screen.
Let's do as Hermione says. That's usually very good advice. There we go. So, interesting thing, guys. It's no longer gonna be bronze, silver, and gold wizard cards, or just all of the cards were gold in the Philosopher's Stone game. Think of it this way, there are gonna be unique subsets here. And we can actually check out what those are already. There are famous wizards, famous witches. Not sure why these are separate categories, but okay. Quidditch cards, famous vampires, famous goblins, famous hags, famous giants, dragons, beasts. I love the beasts category especially. Dragons are the separate thing outside of the beasts. This allows for more variety here. And bonus cards. Those are not all that interesting, I'll be honest, but we'll get to explore them. Makes sense that they are very Hogwarts themed though. So, we open up the first category, famous wizard cards, and there he is. This is Fulbert the Fearful? Well, Stephen, I'll let you do the talking.
Fulbert the Fearful, 1014 to 1097. Famous for being so cowardly he never ventured out of his house. died when a defensive charm backfired and the roof fell.
So guys, I remember the way Fulbert the Fearful looked in Chamber of Secrets, and the artworks were so much better in the previous 2 games overall. The artists have changed now, and just look at Fulbert. This is the result. It's not great, but there are gonna be some good looking cards, don't you worry, especially in the Beast category, okay? And you can also see the checklist. We are now at 1 out of 80. This is also where it's tracked. Of course, we're aiming for all of them, and I'm gonna provide timestamps in the description below for all the collectibles, don't you worry, just like in the previous 2 adventures. Alrighty then, objective unchanged, let's go forward.
Scabbers! You've given us a lot of trouble, you useless rat.
Come on, let's get back to our compartment before we're missed.
What's happening?
Depulso! Run! Do whatever you can to block the door. I'll go for help.
Lock the door? What's out there?
And again, Hermione's quick thinking will save the day. She's just the best. Now guys, if you wait for a while, you will see this absolutely horrifying mist creeping in. And whilst it doesn't really do any damage
There's
to
got
you,
to be a way to block that door.
as Ron, you can see Harry's health bar gradually poisoning and decreasing. It's not doing him any favors, as Ron should comment in a while. Ron?
That weird mist! It's creeping towards Harry! It's making it worse!
Thank you, I just didn't want us to miss these second lines, and I also want to give Hermione realistic time to go ahead. So what you're supposed to do in this, I guess, boss fight is
Depulso!
cast the very obvious symbol to block the door. But it's no help against this monstrosity, but look to the side. We can put all the luggage there to get a precious second. What's cool is that all these obstacles, they're not fixed order, they are randomized in the way you can tackle them, so that's pretty neat. Anywho, let's finish this.
Depulso!
None of us is hiding Sirius Black under our cloaks. Go!
Harry! Are you alright?
Yeah. What happened? What was that thing?
A Dementor. One of the Dementors of Azkaban. We better head back. We'll be at Hogwarts in a few minutes.
Are you sure you're alright, Harry? Fine. I'm fine.
What a fantastic introduction to the Dementors. Now, for helping us cope with this sheer terror, I'd like to say thanks to my free Patreon members as well as to my loyal Winstons. Blangoople, Mick, Severin Drex, Enstickle, Katie Danger, Pooh2, Basic Branny, and Bino. Next, I would like to say big thanks to my caretaker Winstons, Michael McConkey, Caravetu, Renegade Durney, Blanket Fox, Jonathan Jones, Dig Debby, and PD92. I would also like to give special thanks to my brave veteran Winstons, Andrea Paviglianiti, Alexander, and Richard Dearman. And finally, I would like to give one very, very special thanks to my one and only fine vintage Winston, Akira Foxmind. Thank you all so much for your support of my work, and also thank you for driving the Hogwarts Express safely to its destination, the Hogsmeade station, despite being besieged by Dementors, and thank you for the trolley service, serving refreshing drinks and sweets to absolutely terrified students, especially the first years. And also guys, just thank you for supporting me. It is truly humbling and absolutely mind-blowing still to this very day that so many of you have decided to part with some of your hard-earned money to allow me to afford more time to spend on these videos. For those of you who are new here and watching, in case you also want to support me, the best way you can do that is via the Patreon. I'm a believer in direct support. What that means is you can support me however much you want, or you can also join for free, and it will mean I will be able to spend more time making these videos. That's honestly, I think, the best thanks I can give to you guys. No perks, no tiers like that, no early access or locking off content from people who don't financially support me. Everything is immediately available to everyone. That's how I like things, and that's how I will always keep things. And furthermore, I make no ad revenue whatsoever because I want everyone to have the best viewing experience possible. So no monetization is ever allowed on my channel. I just want to make that clear. My Patreons is how I'm able to do this. And again, thank you guys so much. It is incredibly humbling. Now, furthermore, at the end of each of these videos in December, you can look forward to me essentially explaining why we chose a certain Christmas decoration from our advent calendar for this specific episode. And in terms of the Hogwarts Express, okay, this one is real obvious. Nevertheless, guys, I hope you enjoyed the first episode, despite it being an absolute pain to balance the audio due to the Hogwarts Express's sound effects today. It's gonna get better tomorrow, don't you worry. And tomorrow, I do hope to see you next, because we will learn the first new third year spell.